What is going on, everybody? It is Fitz and the Skyline back here with another video. It is finally time to start working on my car a little bit. So if you have not seen yesterday's, well, I don't know when it'll go up, whatever last video I posted, got my coilovers in. Wait for it. I got my camber arms in. Yes, I know this is just one. This is for the front, and then I got so front uppers, and then I got rear lower control arms. Today I'm just gonna start working on the front. I mean, let's just see how this goes. The best way to learn is just to jump into it and try, right? So I'm gonna get the car up. I got NACs in the last video for the coils and for the camber arms. Take that apart, put NACs all on the threads, set my preload, and then go from there. So step number one, get this thing in the air, get the wheels off, and start taking out the struts. So here we go. So like I said, I am gonna be basically taking the bottom mount off. I forgot what it's called to be exact, but bottom mount. I got a full bottle of anti-seize. I always say it weird. We are just gonna coat all of the threads. That way, when I go to adjust these in the future and for alignments and stuff, we will not have any issues. So I'm gonna go ahead, take this off, coat it, and do the other front one. All right, at this point, yes, it would have been nice to have gloves, but the coilovers are now silver. I'm gonna clean all that up when I put them in, obviously, but time to start taking out the front strut. All right, so the first thing we're doing is taking off this brace, as well as loosening the top of the strut. This is 14. Lost him. That did not sound good. Now we're going to take off that bottom bolt. Side note, this axle is shot. I don't know if that has something to do with my all-wheel drive not wanting to work, but I gotta get to that in the future. For right now though, we're taking a 19 to the bottom of this strut. Should be able to get it off. Also, just found a coolant leak. So I think it's just really cold, and one of the clamps up there got loose or something, because it usually didn't leak, and it's like it snowed 2 days ago. So I'm not too worried about it. It doesn't look like a whole lot, thankfully. All right, strut number one is out. Looks like Bilstein struts and I don't know, some lowering springs, so that's cool. All right, hope you can see me. Just like that, the front two struts are out. Hope you guys can see this up in here. Time to take this upper control arm off. Right there, that's what we're taking off next. Let's get to it. To take this control arm off, it's gonna be a 17 millimeter I mean, that should be good. None of these hoses are really being pulled on at all. Actually, it's being supported by all the lower arms. All right, looks like it's gonna be 2 17s again for these upper bolts. Having very limited tools requires me, to use whatever this thing is to get this off. Okay, now it's just spinning. Says it's a 17. Oh, there it goes. We're good, boys. Don't slip on me now. I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side and then catch up with you guys. All right, so real quick, I just watched gktech install video for this. It looks simple enough, but I am gonna be putting on these boots. These do come with a washer for GTSTs that adjusts the caster, but all you do now is put that on there. All right, so here's the part where it's time to go watch some gktech YouTube videos to figure out what in the absolute fuck is going on here. I have no idea. I looked at some diagrams. There's also the part where I'm gonna go inside, take a snack break, get some coffee, and come back out in a minute. I'm gonna see if anybody else wants to come over right now. I'm excited. I'm so excited. We're gonna have a drift stance here tonight, hopefully. Ooh, camber the front, poke in the back. All right, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Graham is here to the rescue, literally. He came over and we got this together pretty much immediately, and it is in. So time to toss in the coil. These adjustments are close enough for right now, just matching the stock ones for this second. And then we're gonna toss in the coil, which again is just the bottom bolt and the 2 top mounts. It is, the coil's in, the camber arm is in. We learned how to adjust it in the car, which is sick. We're now putting together the left side, trying anyways, and we're gonna get it similar to that, get that coil in, and then adjust it. We'll put it on the ground, adjust it, and see where to go from there. All right, so just even before we decided to lower it, it's not towed, but cambered out. So we're learning. That's why we didn't put it on the ground. We're gonna attempt to camber it in and then lower it. All right, like I said, that side's finished up. This side's finished up. The middle of the camber arms are still loose, so we can adjust them, but we're gonna put it on the ground right now and see how low it is. What do you think? What do you think's gonna happen? Update. I adjusted the coils farther down. Graham adjusted the camber arms. And did you say they went in more? Or you think they did? I don't remember what I last filmed. Clearly it's dark outside now, but we're about to toss the wheels on and lower it again. I don't even think I filmed that. It's basically where it was, just with stock arms and camber, or stock camber arms and coils. So I hope this is cambered in. All right, so we just lowered it after adjusting them again, the coils and the camber. Yo, what? I can't zoom in, I'm wearing gloves, so I'll just walk up here. So can somebody tell me what's going on? Like, okay, yeah, it's towed in, but there should definitely be camber. Am I, like, you can just get front uppers to pull the top in, right? Was my thinking. The ride height's like the same. And yo, what? I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and look at the footage to see how cambered in. Dude, this one just looks cambered because it's towed out more, but oh man. All right, well, I'm gonna clean up and call it a night, I'm assuming right now. So, you know what, the last thing I'm gonna do is adjust the coils all the way down and see what we got. So I'll see y'all in a minute. All right, number one is done. Let's do the other side. And after. Time to put the wheel on, lower it, then see what else I want to do. Fingers crossed, fingers crossed. All right, here we go. Part, like, I don't even know. I'm holding this with my knees, so be patient, por favor. Damn, hold on, I gotta set up that wood. Alright, well, let's see. Getting closer for sure. Good news, getting lower. And let's see about this side. I mean, that's cambered in. That's either cambered in or towed out a lot. Let's see, towed in. Alright, well, that might make it look like it has more camber. Yeah, I don't know guys. Could be adjusting these wrong, but I definitely had a different picture in my head when you still get there. So no worries there. If I gotta buy more camber parts, I gotta buy more camber parts. No worries. I mean, I don't have all the money in the world this second, but we are getting there. We are getting there for sure. I don't know if I want to jack it up and see if I want to mess with camber or not. Right now, it started leaking coolant at the beginning of this video when I turned it on, and then I discovered that axle is ripped. It's not like broken, but it's ripped and there's grease everywhere. Looks like it's been that way for a minute. I'm finally inside in the warm. Something, I'm no longer disappointed. Something I figured out is negative 15 millimeters, not degrees. But regardless, I still needed these parts. I just talked to Kid John Nicotine on Instagram, and he also has a 4-door Skyline slammed camber. He said, if you're noticing you're not going as low with the D2s as you'd like, after it's maxed out, get gktech lowers. So I will either extend lowers through a welding friend of mine, or just buy gktech lowers. I'm not sure yet, but this is why they call it a build. It's a process. It is a process. So we are working on it. Tomorrow again will be part 2 of I don't know how many parts, but camber and low on the Skyline. I'm so excited to finally get this going. I do have to save up some more money for just whatever else I'm gonna need, but again, I'm really excited. Merch, last time I talked to the printing lady, she said their embroidery lady was sick and she would get back to me, so I'm just waiting on that. Hopefully, who knows, maybe after that we can order more parts. So anyways, this has been Fitz Miller, Skyline, Graham back here with another video. We'll see you guys in the next one.